Good morning, friends. Stephen Ben-Nun with Israeli News Live, and I wanted to bring you up a little bit of an update on what's going on over in Ukraine and some of the intel that we have been picking up on about this. Telemetry data is something that's being collected by Russia, and that's being not only collected but shared back with China. And Israel actually has a pretty much a site of their own there about a company that they have, MLM Telemetry Solutions, that does exactly that, to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what telemetry is. But it's the tracking of everything you can imagine in war: the missiles, the drones that are being used by the United States or used by Ukraine, but U.S. type weapons that are there. This is something that I was told that the Russian President Vladimir Putin has been using Ukraine more so for collecting data about how do we respond on, or how does the NATO respond with the different types of advances that Russia is making. One of the reasons why Russia has used such older equipment, things of that nature there, things that they're willing to sacrifice on the battlefield. But we see that. The Americans see that. We see the telemetry data being gathered. We know that it's being shared with China. And obviously, it's because of a war that's coming to this nation here, wherein China will play a major part in that. So China needs that type of information. There's a lot of things going on that we're going to be sharing. In fact, I've done 2 videos already for Patreon. One is already loaded. The other is already on standby, been recorded and ready to be loaded as well. I've got several more to be doing too. One more I think will be going over on Patreon at Israeli News Live. The other will actually probably be aired here. Very serious issues that are happening here that are coming. We're talking about, even like what the Maidan coup happened in Ukraine, you could see a very similar type of event here in the United States. So a lot of information we've been gathering here. Can also be sharing more so on Patreon the issues about upcoming events through this year, the weather events that'll be happening, and things of that nature there, the earthquakes, all kinds of things. In fact, one thing too, but we'll actually air that over on Israeli News Live, iConnectFX.com. We'll be talking about the cyber attacks that are coming. China and Russia planning together June of this year, June, July, somewhere in that time frame there, major attacks on our on our banking and on our power grid system here. This whole year is going to be a tremendous number of events that are going to be happening. So stay tuned. Listen into the different things we're going to be sharing with you. There's a lot of concern, I can tell you right now, in the Pentagon, as far as, who is our allies, who is the enemy. And they, quite frankly, just do not know especially when it comes to the Middle East partners. One time we thought different partners like Jordan was an ally. Now that's becoming questionable. Turkey definitely is the wild card, as I've been told. There are other nations that they already know. Iran, we already know what side Iran stands on. But we're looking at a global war that'll end up beginning probably later in the year. Things will get really scary really quick. Not to mention the natural disasters that are coming, the earthquakes, the floods, everything else, things of those nature there. A lot of those things we end up sharing over on our Patreon channel, so definitely jump over there if you're interested in those things. Not anything, if it's something serious or critical, we'll definitely share it here. I do not hold that type of information on the platform there. It's just generally it's controversial things that, well, so many people complain about it, so we just put it right here on Israeli News Live. Anyway, I'm Stephen Ben-Nun. You're watching Israeli News Live. Have a blessed day.